Oh, today we finally have the Necramech. I finally got the Necramech to build. It took 3 days. I did not rush it. I didn't want to rush it because I felt like, it was just gonna be whatever. Now I only have it ranked 3. I don't have it ranked up because it's actually kind of hard to rank this thing up. I kind of wanted to rank it up so that I can actually have the second ability, which actually is like it gives you like a damage resistance, or not damage resistance, kind of like a it's kind of like Rhino's fucking Iron Skin or something like that. So this is the Necramech. This is kind of weird to me to see that you actually have 12 slots for you to put mods on this. Now the mods, I only have basic mods. I don't even have like that good mods. The only good mod I have is like ability duration, and that's it. I don't even have all the good mods yet. And I don't know why, but the mods have not been dropping for me a lot. I don't know. There's like there's like 16 mods you can get for the Necramech, and out of those 16, I only have like fucking 6 of them. So I don't know. I don't know what it is with these mod drops. I don't know if they drop. I don't know if the drop rate is low, or I don't know. Like I've been doing tier 3 like almost every day. Pretty much tier 3 fucking isolation walls, and not been getting a lot of these mods. So these are all the mods I have so far. I'm gonna try to get a bunch of these, but the main thing, the thing that kind of redeems this fucking Necramech has to be its weapon. The fucking Mausolon, this thing is really fucking good. I don't know what it is. This thing is insanely good. Now this is basically like all the Deimos weapons. The primary fire has exploding bullets, so that's fucking great. And then it also has a secondary fire which does a lot of damage. So this weapon is crazy good as like the Trumna basically. This thing is like a Trumna, but like with more damage basically, or a little bit more damage. Not as much damage, but pretty decent damage, as close as you could be to the Trumna, I guess. So this has 300 rounds. Now this has a 4-second reload. It says 1 second right here, but it's actually a 4-second reload when you use it in the Arcwing, and also when you use it in the Necramech mode. When you use it normally as a heavy weapon, which you can, it's not, the reload is like 2 seconds, because it's like an actual reload rather than, you have to, basically we have to like wait like 4 seconds for it to regenerate ammo. So that's kind of a bummer, but I don't think that should be that much. I'm still putting a build together. I think I'll just put like another dash, and I think I should be good, and then we'll test this thing out. But today we're gonna go for the Necramech. So let's just go to the Hearted Deimos, and let's check this Necramech out. Oh, there's one thing I totally forgot to actually tell, that which actually I found out, and I didn't really know that it could actually work. You can actually use your Arcwing weapons with your Necramech, so that is like a good thing. Like if you already have like an Arcwing weapon with a good build, like something like I have my fucking Imperator here. Like you could basically use any of the, I think any of the basically weapons. Now I don't know if you actually have to have a Gravimag on these, because I have a Gravimag on all of these weapons, all of these fucking Arcing weapons, but I'm not sure that you actually need to have one to actually put it on your Necramech. If you, I think you have to. I think like every Arcwing weapon now has to have a Gravimag. It doesn't really matter. I think Catalyst, you need a Gravimag. I think everyone, doesn't matter where you use it, but yeah, so you can actually use the Arcwing weapons, which I'm not gonna be using the Imperator, even though like this is like already modded up and everything. I want to use the Mausolon because this thing actually is pretty good. It can take out like group of enemies and everything like that pretty good too. So yeah, that's another thing that I kind of wanted to put out. You can actually use Arcwing weapons with your Necramech. So yeah, let's actually get back to the Cambion Drift and check this fucking mech out. Alright, so we are in the Cambion Drift and we have our Necramech out here. Now, actually I'm gonna make a warning straight away for anybody who's trying to get a Necramech. I don't think you really need to get one. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty, it's like a gimmick right now. I don't think it's really worth getting this thing. I don't know. I just don't feel like people should be wasting all their fucking time trying to get this thing, and this thing is not even that worth it that much. Because I feel like it's not really worth it right now. I mean, that's my opinion. People might be like, no, it's actually kind of fun. I don't really think it's that fun. Number one, you can only use it in open world, so it's kind of, hard to rank this thing up. Like, I cannot imagine putting like a 3-4 forma build on this thing. I'm not gonna do that. There's no way in fucking hell that I'll do that. And second thing, we already know that there are gonna be like at least 2 more Necramechs coming out eventually, right? Like sometime in maybe 2 months, 1 or 2 months, right? So I'd rather wait for those Necramechs and rank those up, and by that time they'll eventually do it to where you can actually use your Necramech in missions. So I think I'd rather do that than actually try to get this and do a bunch of shit with it. I don't think this is worth it right now. I don't know. I don't really think that it's needed. I was actually gonna use this to do isolation bounties and shit like that, but I tried it in the isolation bounty, and this thing isn't that great. Now, granted, I don't have this maxed out. I don't have all like the good mods, like all like I think there's like Necramech pressure. There's even like Necramech pressure point. There's Necramech streamline. All those mods. I don't have those. And that's another thing that I actually found out a lot of people are like kind of not happy about. That it's actually really hard to get all those Necramech mods. So the only way to get these Necramech mods is to go down to the isolation bounties and kill those Necramechs. And those mods are not dropping that well, so people are taking their unmodded, unranked Necramechs and just fucking, they die immediately. Like, these things are not that fucking great. You're not gonna last, especially like level 50 Necramechs or 60 Necramechs or something like that. And not to mention like the infested, they'll kill you instantly. This second ability is like the only thing that can kind of save you, but this thing has like 1,000, like 800. Like you can charge it up and get more iron skin out of this. This is basically like an iron skin, but other than that, I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think it's worth getting this thing right now. I'd say save up your Necramech parts, because I saw a lot of people were trying to buy like damaged Necramech weapon pods and all those, the capsule pods and shit like that for like 20 plat each, which I was like, holy shit, because I actually have a bunch of those, because I've been actually doing those for a while. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why are people trying to buy these things? So yeah, I'd say just hold off for a while. I'm not saying for a month, but hold off until they can, I guess, first off, make it easier for you to rank these things up. Second off, make them a little bit better, I guess. Have their survivability better. And also, like, it's just, it's just not really, I don't really feel this right now. I don't really feel this being a good thing. Now, one thing that does come with this thing, which is really good, is the weapon, the Mausolon. This thing is actually really good. This is, and actually, I'm not gonna lie, this might be like one of the best like Arcwing weapons you could get right now, or heavy weapons you can get. This thing is insanely good. This thing has exploding bullets, and then on top of that, the secondary is like this charge attack that does a lot of damage, and that a lot of blast radius and shit like that. So yeah, I'd say this thing, the weapon itself is really good. The amount of shit you would have to do to actually get the weapon, I don't think you need to do all that. I mean, this has like more damage, more crit, more status than the Imperator Vandal, which is regarded as like the best, like universally, like it's not like the best Arcane weapon, but it's like a weapon that like you could use it anywhere. It's pretty good. But now the Mausolon has really just made it a little bit obsolete. Not a lot obsolete, but a little bit, So yeah, the only catch with this weapon is, of course, the reload time is like 4 seconds when you use it. It's like 2 seconds with heavy, but when you use it in the Arcwing and with the Necramech, it's like 4 seconds. Like, look at that shit. Like, let me just run out a bunch of ammo real quick, and it's at 260. And look at the amount of time it takes. 267, 270. It's at 280 now. It's 290, and now it's at 300. So that's the only problem with this weapon, and it's not even that much of a problem. And if you actually hate that, it's like, you know, you can use quick reload. But yeah, other than that, this I'd say not really worth it for now. For now, I'd say just save all your Necramech weapon pods and all those stuff that you've gotten. And yeah, that's it for the Necramech, Voidrig Necramech. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would be very appreciative if you would subscribe. I will also be doing a separate video with this weapon when I've actually ranked this thing up to, and then we'll be using it in the Archwing and everywhere else. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.